And, Coach, we are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome here in New Orleans. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the New Orleans Saints. It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
Right down. 280.
Drop deep, drop deep. Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Express.
Check, check.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And some room to maneuver. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
He's cracked.
You're mine.
He's checking crack.
694. That's it.
Carr now on first down. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Aaron Donald able to record his 5th sack of the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
Well, a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Deuce right, chief.
To try again after the sack. Carr. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Partner, doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, and he's probably saying, if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? But a long one, and he can't connect.
Drill right, 22.
On first down, Wooten. And some room to work. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now a give, right side. Wooten. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a first down on a gain of 10. 2 carries for him now on the opening drive, both for good yardage.
And based on film study, they thought that there was a chance to spring him more than once for some pretty good yardage in this game.
Check. Double 20.
Down to lose one. I'm coming. I'm coming.
This will be caught at about the 6. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Touchdown.
Kenny Galladay, his second touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
On second down, Kamara. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Caught by Sanu. And he is going to lose yardage here. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Demario Davis there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
32.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Check 43.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. It got his man, complete. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Out. Omaha, ready to move. Hey. Check. Shift. 53, ready.
Check. 93's the mic. 93's the mic.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a 1st down if not for that penalty moments ago.
Ready, 180.
Check, 47. Hey, come on out here. Come get some.
On 2nd down now, Wooten. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Check.
Check 52. White.
From the 50, Stafford. It's caught. Jones. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 24-yard line.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Protein spill.
47's the mic. Check.
They'll run on 1st down. Wooten. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Galladay, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
Express. Ain't no way.
Throwing again on second down. Carr. He'll call Nelson's number yet again. It's complete. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on third down. Here's Carr to throw. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll try the left side. Wooten. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get it.
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Under 10, under 10, 10. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Alert flare.
Hey, 734.
Shotgun now for Carr. And Cook has it left side. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down.
Kill. Turn up. Hatch it.
Carr now on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Begin. Switch. You go tight. You got tight.
Express.
43 is the
618.
Check.
Carr to throw again. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play.
36.
The final shot here before half for Carr. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Stafford. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10.
Set. Blue 60.
Minus 56. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Being chased. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over.
Monday, down. 180.
Tackles. Check 9.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. Kamara's got the first down and then some. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Will Lutz on for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. So you can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first. Now
a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Set. 180.
Come on, D.
Now a 1st down throw. Stafford going right side. He finds Slayton. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check tight end. Check
Omaha. Ready, move.
No.
On 1st down, Wooten. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Set. Move 60.
Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Watch twist.
Mike, 56, Mike, 56. Pick it up, guys.
And middle.
They'll keep it on the ground. Wooten. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Mike, spot 4.
Here we go.
Check.
From the red zone now, Stafford. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Cameron Jordan able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Now left side on the swing pass. He's to the 10, and he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Justin Jackson, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
That'll be taken in the end zone.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run, Everybody wants to advance the ball.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brandon Graham applied the heat off the edge. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Carr connects with Sanu right side. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First down. 185.
Check 56. 56.
Throwing on first down is Carr. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Brandon Graham able to put an end to that play, and in so doing, puts an end to this third quarter. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the fourth quarter of play. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now Carr. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And give him 9 yards on the second down screen play.
180. 180. We're good. White Monday down. 180. Topper.
Mike's Bo. All you get is a headache. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Throwing his Carr on third down. He sets to fire deep. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
43's the mic. 43's the mic.
Go.
Mike's 43. Low. It's going to be a long.
Carr to throw for it on fourth down.
Switch.
And no, it's incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position.
Mike. Yellow lady.
Here I come.
They'll run on first down. Wooten. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on second and 14. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a third and long situation.
I got you. Check 15. Check 3.
Hey, 5-0.
Throwing is Stafford. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Carr now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10.
Joe Chief.
From the gun, it's Carr. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Will Harris there to make the play.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Carr. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Brandon Graham. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now it's Stafford. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. Stafford now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Monday. Check. Whip.
Stafford. That is caught at the 7. 25 yards that time. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people...
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. 2nd and goal from the 1. On 2nd down, this is Jackson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The crowd here in the dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal.
Slam. 32. Watch the edge.
They'll try the left side. Wooten. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And his kick is indeed good. And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll keep it on the ground. Wooten. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 3rd down, Wooten. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now, one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.